In this video, I'm going to teach you how to beat 99.9% of chess players. So if you stick till the end, you'll be able to learn how top players think and what you should be thinking of when you're playing in the chess game. So obviously the first step is knowing your opening. It is very important to know your opening, to be honest, because if you don't know your opening, you will already be at a disadvantage because maybe your opponent already learned a few tricks, traps, and you don't know how to handle that. So if you don't really need to learn all theory, just need to learn how to do simple things, develop your pieces. As you see, I've developed this. This looks like an inaccuracy, but my opponent does not punish it. So I'm just gonna take now, control the center with my pawn, develop my last piece on the board, and then we will go on for more advanced parts. So now, before I develop now, as you can see, my opponent has just moved the bishop out, which allows my queen to come here and attack here. They have to come here, and I'm about to draw a lot of lines, but it's always important to notice what your opponent plays next. So now he's playing this now. Is it good for me to take or not? If I take, he takes, and this rook is open, not so good. Um, and if I allow him to take now, I take, my rook is open, but I'll be having double pawns, but I'm sure I'll get over it. So that's not an issue. So I'm just gonna come here, allow him to take my queen so I can get that open file, and in the future, push my pawn for a minority attack. So a minority attack is when your opponent has more pawns on one side of the board than you. So as you can see now, I only have, let's say, 2 pawns, while my opponent has 3 pawns on the queen side. So that is why you use the minority attack to push. I think a good move for my opponent right now would be to play a move like this, just add more pressure for me. So now we finish with the opening. The next thing is the middle game. My opponents are taking my bishop, and this is one of the most important parts you must ask yourself. Should I take? The question is, if I do not take, let's say I come back here, right? He can push his pawn now, and if I come here now, take, I might have wasted some time if you think of it. If I take here now, he takes, but then he'll have access to this, but then my knight can go here. So it's always good, as you can see in the position, that my knight will have a nice square there, while my opponent will not. And if he takes with the bishop, obviously, now I can start pushing. So, but most of the time, they're going to take with the knight because obviously that is open. So now I'm going to play my knight in the center of the board. You must know that knights in the center are the best squares for your knight to always be in. So now another idea is obviously to push for a minority attack, but first, obviously, he has to play a move like that. Maybe I can even bring my knight, reroute it, aiming for an attack on this side of the board. He attacks my pawn, which is weak. And that's a move which I actually missed, to be fair. I missed that move. So what can I do to stop it? There is actually nothing I can do at this current moment than to let it die. Yeah, that's sad, but I have to let it die because if I don't, then I don't know how to make it up. So let's see, what can we do in this position? This will not be a good video to say how to win a chess and then you end up losing. So think of coming here, taking this or taking that at the same time, but then that will force him to capture, take, and now there is already some issues with my placements, but the end game will be much better because I'll have removed a bishop. Because in chess, a bishop pair is very powerful. That's why you always see grandmasters always trying to play for this bishop pair. So now obviously this is a force, otherwise otherwise you lose a pawn. So but now that I think of it, they don't really lose a pawn because if they come here, take, okay, they chose this easier method because now they can attack my knight easier. And I'm not gonna move my knight, I'm just gonna push pawn. Although I'll have a weakness, I'll have a weakness here, but I do plan on eliminating my weakness by putting my rook here, pushing the pawn, and then I'll no longer have any weakness at all. Okay, so I have a big chance now. As you can see, what is he playing that move now? Oh, he wants to bring his bishop there. That's the aim of that move. Do I want to exchange bishops in this position? Because if his knight comes here, his knight gets that, right? So I think pushing is not a bad move. Pushing, but then it will be a force for me to exchange. Or is it not? Okay, first let me develop my rook. Let's put our rook on a better square on this file because maybe he might try maneuvering his knight and pushing the pawn. Okay, so now he's played this. Now I know for sure that he is moving this rook out of the way very soon. So I cannot push at the moment. Um, but I can try to be ambitious later on. Maybe attack like this. He comes there. I bring my rook there, looking for an attack on that side. So I think that's a good idea. Let me go for it here. I go here. If he exchange though, I take, okay. So obviously here, if it comes here, I just en passant. So that's not an issue. I'm just trying to make sure that this knight coming here will not be an issue for me. And now that I've realized it, I think I just made a mistake. I think I just made a mistake because the knight is still gonna come there, attacking this pawn. I can come here trying to protect myself. If I come here, where can he go with his knight? I don't really see any way he can go with his knight. That's good. All I know is that the next move might involve this, but I might maneuver my knight back, put it inside my opponent's position, and hope for the best. Okay, so now I'm just going to attack this pawn like this. So let's see what he does to defend his pawn right now. Will he go back with his rook? If he goes back, okay, that's actually a very good move because if he went back with this rook instead, I would have this move with my knight. And now that move also stops me from a lot of things. So I'm gonna bring my king closer in the game because right now there's nothing much I can really do in this position. I'm just anticipating that move. And where do I go? That's what you have to ask yourself. Where to go? I can go back. Going back is passive. Um, I can go forward, attacking the rook, but then he can move his, yeah, and then his rook must go back or move here. Okay, so he chooses this move. I think he's planning on coming here very soon. Um, so what can I do in this position that will help me? Because obviously this is what he's planning on, moving his knight. Let's say he's planning on moving his knight somewhere there and then pushing the pawn, attacking uh this piece. But then I have this move. So let me just push this move so that it will stop him from ever. Oh, that move actually is what stops me from protecting that pawn. Oh, can we? Okay. Yeah, that move stops me from playing that move. So I have to bring my rook here to defend. Otherwise, it's GG's for me. Okay, so no need to think too much. The only good thing I can say is that I have a slight advantage. I'm taking captive of a small advantage my opponent has. So let's say if he ever comes here now, I always have this tactic of taking with my knight leading to him. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's what the rook was doing. It was protecting me from that. Okay, it's more likely that I'm about to lose this game, to be fair. It's more likely that I'm going to lose this game. But it's always good just to be a little bit, maybe. So here I move my knight out. And now he can even push here now. That's the disadvantage. So I have to keep my rook. If I keep my rook there though, doesn't help. Okay, wait. Oh! Oh! Mouse slip. Mouse slip. Oh my goodness. How did I touch that? Okay, I have to resign here. Well, that's quite embarrassing. I said I'm gonna teach you guys how to win, but I lost. It's hard to teach when you're playing your equal. So obviously, resignation is the way here. So I'm actually gonna title this. I'm actually title this. What am I gonna title this video? I'm gonna teach you how to lose in chess. Nah, I have no idea. Oh well, guys, never mind that. Just enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. Chess is tough. I'll see you in the next one.